Meanwhile, turning our attention to the monsoons in Mumbai, yes, a dramatic arrival, and it's left already a trail of disruption across the maximum city. Heavy rains and gusty winds, they've triggered this waterlogging. They have uprooted trees, causing structural damage in several parts of the city. In one very alarming incident, a parked car was crushed after a wall collapsed. It highlights the risks that are posed by intense weather. Also, in a separate incident that has drawn widespread attention, a civic worker, a sanitation worker, was swept into an open drain while he was carrying out field operations in the presence of senior BMC officials. In fact, the mayor of Mumbai was there as well. So search and rescue efforts are continuing from what we understand. So with more rain forecast over the coming days in Mumbai, authorities have stepped up monitoring because the city is bracing for further monsoon-related challenges. But it's an annual story as far as Mumbai is concerned. But why do we have that story? Let's discuss that. Is it poor urban planning? Anupam Shukla is with us. He's infrastructure risk expert and also the co-founder of Inspire Safety Foundation. Good to have you with us, Anupam Shukla, but not the best of reasons. A civic worker being swept into an open drain. Incidents of wall collapse. It doesn't change. These are serious questions about risk management in a city like Mumbai. You think these are isolated accidents or there are signs of a deeper systemic gap in Mumbai's infrastructure?
So this is the very common problem when the rain starts. There are the waterlogging and flood everywhere, particularly low level area like Dadar and Sayan. These are the areas where every time waterlogging happens. Municipalities do their work. They take this, pre-monsoon preparations on very serious note. But then sometimes what happens, the best is not good enough to, survive these kind of situations. These kind of problems happens because of there are the several departments within corporation itself. There may be lacking of between coordination and cooperation between department itself. So that these kind of preparations, they do not get sufficient for prevention of these kind of issues.
But Mr. Shukla, for a city that's contributing significantly to India's economy, it's the same story year after year. You tell us, what's the real business cost of a single day of this kind of monsoon disruption in terms of productivity or logistics, commuting, the lost man hours? What do we lose when we have days like this?
Yeah, that's the biggest problem. Mumbai Municipal Corporation is the biggest municipal corporation in country. And having the biggest corporation, they have their own challenges and difficulties to handle these kind of problems. The older infrastructure that since long years is not good enough for current situation, and bringing the infrastructure at a whole change, this will require a very big challenge. Corporations are doing at their best, but then that is the problem.
But Mr. Shukla, we're building more roads, we're building more flyovers. There is real estate construction that's happening over the years. I'm just wondering if infrastructure growth is outpacing drainage or safety planning. Is it creating new vulnerabilities now for the city?
That's the biggest problem. Development is happening at all across sectors. There are the agencies working. The roads are being built, the cables are being provided, electricity cables and drainage and sanitation. Everywhere the work is happening. But then the problem is that bringing them to the feasible conclusion is the biggest problem. The coordination and cooperation must be there to, precause this kind of situation and take necessary action before they become the problem for common citizens.
So if you were advising city administrators right now, Mr. Shukla, if you were advising businesses today in the city that operate from here and have these annual issues when the monsoons arrive, what would you put down as the three most urgent steps that need to be taken before the next heavy spell hits Mumbai, which could be tomorrow itself?
Correct. So, at this stage, I will not blame, but then I will say that these are the agencies, they are responsible for welfare of the common citizen. They need to take, anticipatory actions. They understand that there will be the problems, the rain will come, monsoon will come, the drain will full flow, and then the trees will be uprooted. So, keeping these things in mind, they need to have the proper planning, proper execution of the planning. Maybe the planning is there, but then sometimes that the execution of these plannings is not happening. And that is the situation when we see that, corporation is not doing anything. It is not like that there are the officers, there are the people that they are responsible for planning and doing, taking correct actions. But
In
then
that case, where does the
execution of
buck
those-
stop, Mr. Shukla? Who should ultimately be held accountable for urban resilience? The civic administration, do you think? Is it the developers, the utility agencies? You think we've reached a point where everyone shares responsibility, or you think we need to have the buck stop somewhere so that there is some amount of accountability and we don't have such situations year in, year out?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there must be accountability on the people, those who are responsible for maintaining and keeping the infrastructure in working condition. And that accountability must be there to the officers, to the government bodies. And that they must take action, preventive action, that these kind of situations do not arise.
Well,
The
every
problem is-
monsoon, Mr. Shukla, every monsoon, it exposes the same reality. Rainfall may be natural, but the scale of disruption is often man-made. Building a truly resilient city is not just, of course, a civic priority as we see it, it's an economic necessity. But thank you for joining us with your perspective on this. Appreciate the insights that you've given us.
Yeah, thank you.